SDP presidential aspirant Prince Adebayo has vowed to enforce justice and prevent injustice in Nigeria if elected as president. Adebayo, who made a promise when delegates from the HiiL Institute for Innovation of Law paid him a courtesy visit on Monday in Abuja. Also, he said he was determined to ensure the unity of Nigeria along the lines of the Constitution. Benedict Uku completes the story.
According to reports, about 140 million Nigerians are part of the 5.1 billion people across the world who lack access to justice. To improve access to justice in Nigeria, the presidential aspirant under the Social Democratic Party, Prince Adebayo, has promised to prioritize legal institutions reforms to enforce justice and prevent injustice in the country. Adebayo, who spoke extensively on justice sector reforms, said that if elected, he would ensure equal access to justice for all Nigerians.
The idea is to give people a new thought regarding justice, so that you can't say, well, I don't work in the justice sector. Everyone works in the justice sector. And no country is too poor to do justice. And no country can say, well, I need a loan from the IMF, I need a grant from an institution to do justice. Justice is what you can do, because the resource to do justice is inherent in man. And even we who believe in it, sometimes we spend 20 years in court litigating 2 paragraphs in an agreement. We spend 15 years determining whether someone is innocent or not. So it's not working for us. So not only is it not working for those who are left behind, those of us who are inside it, is not working for us. So your coming and the work we are going to do with you at non-governmental level now, and if it pleases God and Nigerian people, we have the mandate to govern the country, you would have the most just country in the world.
Speaking earlier, the Executive Director, HiiL Institute for Innovation of Law, Sam Mueller, noted that over 5.1 billion people in the world, of which 140 million Nigerians, do not have access to justice. He stated that he was in search of new delivery models to justice for people.
What is the state of justice in the world? Given the fact that the community of states, including my country, the Netherlands, including your country, adopted Sustainable Development Goal 16, which has a very clear target: equal access to justice for all. And then when you look at the data, and we worked with the World Justice Project, the data that HiiL has, lots of others, we came to the conclusion that 5.1 billion people in the world do not have adequate access to justice. 5.1 billion people, that is 2/3 of the world population. When you look at our data, generally people who have justice problems, only about 30% of them get resolution. 2/3 are still walking around with the problem now, or they've given up. I've seen really brave judges, civil society leaders, whatever, that are trying to change. That are trying to change this because they feel something's not right, something's not really working. But they're bumping up against a system that for some reason doesn't allow this change to happen. So we need to disrupt something, and we need to change. More business as usual is not going to solve the problem.
Part of our trip this time is to say that we have some momentum now going, thanks to the work done in these 3 different states, very different from each other. And we've learned a lot about how to convene leaders at state level. How can we consolidate those gains and build further to a national program?
Adebayo promised that his administration would ensure speedy dispensation of justice in Nigeria by targeting the Hague Declaration on Equal Access to Justice for All by 2030, which means millions of Nigerians will be able to resolve their most pressing justice issues.